Brett Chisholm. I'm a volunteer and donor for SNAP. I started an event for them several years ago because SNAP's just really doing what I think is the most important work in the Houston animal community, because they are getting spay and neuter education out there to the general public, which is where it has to be, because without spay and neutering our pets, we really can't combat the animal overpopulation problem. And in addition, SNAP's just really great because they do so much great work for wellness and getting everybody heartworm preventative, which is so important in Houston, especially with the mosquito population that we have.
Hi, my name is Dennis Dowdy. I'm 54 years old, a retired photographer, and I've been working for SNAP, the Spay and Neuter Assistance Program, for the past 2 years. Animals in Houston, so many times people, they love their animals, they take care of them, but yet they do not take that extra step on making sure that they're altered so there's no more reproduction. The shelters are full. Too many animals are euthanized daily that could be wonderful pets in people's loving homes. Something that impacted me several years ago that made me even become more aware of why animals need to be spayed or neutered. I was visiting a shelter area where the dogs and cats arrive before they're taken inside to the shelter, and there was a huge cage. It was a huge cage, and it was packed full of kittens, tiny kittens, little kittens, every color you could think of. And I looked at a person that was there, and I was commenting on, how are you going to find this many fosters to take these kittens? How can you get this many people together? There's so many in this one cage. And the person looked at me and said, Dennis, these cats aren't even going to get to go inside. They're going to be euthanized. There's too many. We're packed. And at that moment I realized it's like there's an animal holocaust going on in this country, and Americans have got to start spaying and neutering their animals. It's not the shelter's fault. That's pure human error on allowing their animals to reproduce when it's so simple to get a cat or a dog spayed or neutered. If you don't have the funds, there are organizations that will help you. So please, if you can, get your animals spayed and neutered. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Robin Palmer. I'm one of the veterinarians at Spay Neuter Assistance Program in Houston. And for about 7 years now, I've been working for this nonprofit, mainly focused in the spay and neuter of as many dogs and cats as we possibly can. A lot of people are aware of the overpopulation problem, especially in the stray dogs and cats and in all of the animals in the shelters in the area, and that's certainly a very important thing. One thing I've noticed that a lot of people don't think about, we have many clients come in with the best intentions in the world, saying they would really like to have just one litter from their dog and cat, and then they're going to spay and neuter. Well, what a lot of people don't realize is that there are so many people doing that. It's the drop in the bucket effect. When one person has one litter, that's maybe 5 or 6 animals getting homes that dogs or cats in the shelter could have had those homes. So in a way you could say that those 5 or 6 animals died in the shelter because the homes were taken up by animals bred purposefully. So a lot of people don't think of it that way, and they certainly don't have that intention, but if more and more people would think of only adopting pets from rescue organizations, from shelters, taking in strays, that's going to go a long way into helping with this overpopulation problem. A lot of people want their family to see what newborn puppies and kittens are like. You can adopt or let shelters know that you're willing to take in a pregnant female, a female with brand new puppies and kittens that can't be kept in a shelter environment, and that will help. So there's many ways, many different ways to achieve the same purpose. And I think that's something that a lot of people should think about if they have any thoughts of having their dog or cat have puppies or kittens. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Karen, and I have a feral cat colony, plus I have cats of my own, and people ask me, how many cats do I have? And I'll go, well, I have 3 that sleep with me, and then I have maybe 10 or 12 others because the population varies. But one thing that does not vary about the population is that if they come to my house to eat, they have to get fixed. They have to be neutered or spayed, and then if they can, I help them find a forever home, but sometimes they wind up staying here, but then that's okay because I'm a forever home too. I have had various feral cats that I have taken up to SNAP that they have fixed right away because they know that I have tried to trap them to fix them so that they could have a forever home. And I have also used the SNAP mobile clinic to fix my own cats plus to fix others because I am on a fixed income. And I recommend that you know, if you can help any way you can, donations of any kind. You can give money, you can give time, you can give newspapers, you can give cans of food, just anything. If you see people that are trying to help fix cats, please help them because these kitties have a home. It's on the street. It's just not under a roof like we have.
My name is Courtney Harmon, and I'm a part of the Pup Squad Animal Rescue. We're an animal rescue here in Houston that focuses primarily on puppies and their mamas and pulling those puppies off of the street, out of shelters, where they have a very slim chance of survival. Puppies in a shelter, because they have no natural immunity to the diseases like parvo and distemper, very typically they'll contract that kind of a disease and pass away very quickly. So Pup Squad's mission is to protect them, move them into foster homes. We're an all foster organization. So our dogs are happy, healthy, and ready for adoption. It's been our experience, of course, a lot worse in the summer certainly, that overpopulation is just completely out of control. There are dogs and puppies bursting at the seams of every area shelter and wandering along the street. We've got a lot of dogs that come right off the street. We've got a lot of dogs that we work with from area shelters and pull that way as well. So during the summer there just aren't enough people to house these dogs, these animals. So there's a very sad reality that a lot of the population is actually put down. Spaying and neutering is extremely important to, fight that, animal overcrowding and overpopulation of our cities. So Pup Squad needs fosters. We need people to help us in that plight, to take care of these animals. Actually, here's one of my babies, my Tina. Yeah. So what makes Pup Squad unique is obviously our mission that we focus on puppies, but also the fact that we are an all foster organization. So because our dogs at the end of the day go home to somebody's living room, they're used to being in a home. It's a lot less sad and tragic for them. I promise they're eating very well and being loved unconditionally. And you can of course help with that by fostering or donating any old dog crates, dog food, pillows, things like that. But if you can't adopt, we would love for you to come down and get your dog and puppy fix. You can pet the puppies, take the dogs for a walk. So this is Spike and Tank. They were actually originally a litter of 5 with their mama that we rescued out of a ditch on a busy road in Kingwood, Texas. And they were exposed to parvo. And unfortunately, 2 of their litter didn't make it, which is one of the sad realities of puppies that aren't cared for. They can contract these diseases, and that's part of what Pup Squad is fighting against. Coco is very friendly. And these guys have been nursed back to health, and they are ready to go and find their forever homes. Pup Squad takes care of making sure they're all up to date with their shots as well as spayed and neutered, which is very important. It's exactly litters like this that you find on the side of the road. And we would love if Pup Squad was no longer needed due to no backyard breeding, spaying and neutering being completely under control, and then we wouldn't need to be here, and these guys would all be happy and safe and sound in their homes. And this is my angel Chula. She breaks my heart. If you can see along the sides of her neck, she was actually found with an embedded collar. So her owner originally put a collar on her and just never took it off. It embeds itself into the skin and can actually snap their trachea and kill them. She also has a pretty severe scar on her forehead where you can see she was actually hit by a car. So Chula's a perfect example of completely irresponsible pet ownership. There could have been very serious ramifications for that embedded collar. She'll never be a running partner or be able to have pretty collars around her neck. But she still deserves a perfect home and a loving family. So visit us at www.pupsquad.org and see how you can help and see our adoptable dogs.
Hi, I'm Naomi Reynolds. My pet's name is Shorty, and I had Shorty neutered because it was healthy for him. He wasn't very good to get along with other dogs, and it was frustrating for him. So since he's been neutered, he's been an excellent pet, and his frustrations are down. I'm excited to be involved with Pups Adoption next door to us here at Books A Million. They have done a great job with getting pets adopted and fostered out, and we support them through fundraising activities and giving them supplies to advise their patrons on how to take care of their pets. So we're excited about it, and we promote the neutering and spading of pets, and think everybody should do it.
Hi, I'm Bette Sindermeyer with No Kill Houston. We're an advocacy group trying to stop the killing in Houston's kill shelters. There are communities in the United States and in other countries who have figured out how to stop the killing entirely, and we want this model of sheltering in Houston. There are 11 elements of the no-kill equation. High volume, low cost, accessible spay-neuter is one of them. A feral cat TNR program, working with rescue groups, a foster care program, comprehensive adoption programs, pet retention programs, medical and behavioral programs, and public relations community involvement. We must get the community aware and involved. Volunteers are critical to stopping the killing in shelters because shelters are notoriously understaffed, and so volunteers are critical. And proactive redemptions. The most critical element is the shelter director. The shelter director makes or breaks the shelter on whether they stop killing or not. We've seen this all over the United States, and we can do this in Houston. There are shelters in the U.S. have stopped the killing, and some have stopped it overnight. We have sent Nathan Wintergride's book, which is literally a step-by-step guide on how to stop the killing. We've sent it to all the shelter directors, so no excuses there. We brought him to Houston in March to put on a no-kill community seminar. It was an all-day seminar. We invited all of the shelter directors in Houston to come. None of them came. So we want to see this change in Houston. The city of Houston gives BARK, which is Houston's animal control, millions of dollars each year to bring in animals, to house them for several days and then kill them, because it does cost money to kill animals. They could equally and as easily as well take those millions of dollars and provide free spay-neuter services. This would impact the population of animals coming in to BARK dramatically. If you would like to know what you can do to help us stop the killing in Houston shelters, go to our website at nokillhouston.org. We need you to write your city council members. I have form letters on there you can use. You can copy and paste. Contact information is there. We need you to speak up. We need you to tell our city council that you care about animals and you want the killing to stop. They will listen if you speak.